Assalamu alaikum. My name is Corey Nevels. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and a master's degree in school psychology, both of which are from Howard University. It's a great honor for me to be able to discuss and share my experiences, the experiences I've had here at the Imam Alkisai Institute. It's become very close to my heart over the years. And there's a few things that I want to point out that I think are very significant. There's many things that are significant, but I want to point out those that I think are most important. When I first came into contact with the Imam Alkisai Institute, the thing that stood out most to me was the methodology for teaching, Al-Miftah. And it involved starting by having the children learn how to write. And when they would write, they'd also recite at the same time. And what stood out most to me is that this allowed for multiple pathways, learning pathways to be engaged. You know, learning by doing, by speaking, by saying, which is also a way of doing, hearing and seeing, and feeling. Not only feeling through the movement of their hand, but also feeling through the articulation of the phoneme, of the sound of the letter. So multiple pathways were being engaged simultaneously, which is a key feature, and the ability to be independent, to have the tools for independence is very important in empowering the child to become an independent, free-thinking, choosing human being. The educational milieu that exists here and the way knowledge is transmitted through that milieu. Here at the Imam Alkisai Institute, I see the youth, the majority of the time, which is more profound, is that as the children go through their daily lives here, as they interact with one another, as they engage projects, their spontaneous conversations is readily available in real time as the kids are engaged in daily life. And what that translates into for me, as someone with a background in education, is that the experiences that they're having, the knowledge is relevant and it's related to their interests. And those are key elements to making education meaningful: relevance and interest. The fact that there are both men and women here that are fully qualified and sincere. And the fact that there's men and women, I think, is very significant. And even more significant is the fact that Sheikh Adam and his wife, Sheikha Hafsa, are not only the founders, but they're two of the primary teachers here. When you have that combination of the male and female energy conveying it at the right time with respect to the child's needs. So I think that's another thing that I think is very significant. Not only that, but it's an excellent example of family life for the children to see that on a daily basis and to associate that between human beings. Here at the Imam Alkisai Institute, there's a space where the children are able to work through issues in harmony, come together as one, where youth can connect along with what we refer to as secular knowledge. To put it simply, I think it enables youth to become good people, God-fearing, responsible, in touch with their individual gifts and grateful for those, and inspired to use those gifts to make a contribution, to be a good neighbor to everybody. All of my children have attended the Imam Alkisai Institute since 2005. My children have friends and family members from a variety of ethnicities, faiths, etc. And they're able to, interact with them in a loving and sincere way and incorporate the knowledge that they've received here into those relationships and into those experiences. I see them incorporating that into their daily life. They're holding me accountable about a lot of things in a loving way. And over the years, it's been like 12 or 13 years that I've been involved here, and I see youth coming out of here that are inspired, who are intrinsically motivated, who are excited about learning, excited about knowledge, and they're able to to translate that into their life here in the United States. So essentially what I'm saying is that you have children, their experience here helps them to become, like I said earlier, God-fearing, taxpayers, contributors, people that are value and appreciate the experiences and opportunities that they have right here, and they want to use that to share, to show love to other people, whether they're Christian, Muslim, atheist, or whatever. Another thing that I wanted to mention in terms of the impact that Imam Alkisai Institute has is that I've seen many youth leave from here and go on to some of the top universities in the United States. I hear stories about youth that have set up different businesses, and it's something that I find that's really significant is the concern and appreciation that many of the youth develop for family life, for marriage, for committed relationships. Family life, and this type of family life, is good for the broader community. At a time when there's an increase in the divorce rate, a breakdown in the family, these types of values and this type of promotion of family life is significant, and it helps us all. And I'm saying this as someone that came into Islam later in life, and it's important to mention that at its core, it's about being God-fearing, about being honest, about working hard, about helping other people, showing compassion and mercy and love. And this is a space here where the youth can come into contact and experience and cultivate those values within themselves and between one another. And I really believe, from what I've seen from youth that have gone through the Imam Alkisai Institute and moved into adulthood, gone into marriage, gone into various professions, I think they're able to take these values and connect with other people, regardless of their particular faith tradition, ethnicity, or whatever, and to connect with other people on the basis of these values. So those are just some of the things that I wanted to point out. Imam Alkisai Institute is a wonderful institution. It's very close to my heart. And whatever we can do to support this and expand it, it's critical and it's needed. Thank you.